Episode number 29. And you were deceived, my dear sir, replied Aramis, coldly, very little sense about the reparation. Then turning towards that one of the guards, who had declared himself the friend of Boys Tracy. Besides, continued he, I have reflected, my dear intimate of Boys Tracy, that I am not less tenderly his friend than you can possibly be, so that decidedly this handkerchief is as likely to have fallen from your pocket as mine. No, upon my honor, cried his Majesty's guardsman. You are about to swear upon your honor, and I upon my word, and then it will be pretty evident that one of us will have lied. Now, here, Montaron, we will do better than that, let each take half of the handkerchief. Yes. Perfectly just, cried the other two guardsmen. The judgment of King Solomon. Aramis, you certainly are full of wisdom. The young man burst into a laugh, and as may be supposed, the affair had no other sequel. In a moment, the conversation ceased, and the three guardsmen and the musketeer, after having cordially shaken hands, separated, the guardsmen going one way, and Aramis another. Now is my time to make peace with this gallant man, said D'Artagnan to himself, having stood on one side during the whole of the latter part of the conversation, and with this good feeling drawing near to Aramis, who was departing without paying any attention to him. Monsieur, said he, you will excuse me, I hope. Ah, monsieur, interrupted Aramis, permit me to observe to you that you have not acted in this affair as a gallant man ought. What, monsieur? Cried D'Artagnan, and do you suppose? I suppose, monsieur, that you are not a fool, and that you knew very well, although coming from Gascony, that people do not tread upon handkerchiefs without a reason. What the devil? Paris is not paved with cambric. Monsieur, you act wrongly in endeavoring to mortify me, said D'Artagnan, in whom the natural quarrelsome spirit began to speak more loudly than his pacific resolutions. I am from Gascony, it is true, and since you know it, there is no occasion to tell you that Gascons are not very patient, so that when they have begged to be excused once, were it even for a folly, they are convinced that they have done already at least as much again as they ought to have done. Monsieur, what I say to you about the matter, said Aramis, is not for the sake of seeking a quarrel. Thank God, I am not a bravo. And being a musketeer, but for a time, I only fight when I am forced to do so, and always with great repugnance. But this time the affair is serious, for here is a lady compromised by you. By US, you mean? Cried D'Artagnan. Why did you so maladroitly restore me the handkerchief? Why did you so awkwardly let it fall? I have said, monsieur, and I repeat, that the handkerchief did not fall from my pocket. And thereby you have lied twice, monsieur, for I saw it fall. Ah, you take it with that tone, do you, Master Gascon? Well, I will teach you how to behave yourself.